Happy Sunday, everyone. This is a collective energy reading for this upcoming week, starting tomorrow on July 8th. I drew some cards, as you can see, and I'll also be tuning in intuitively to transmute any messages or anything that my guides want to let you guys know of or know about. So that will also be included. So if you have seen my Friday evenings video on Instagram, you'll notice that the tower actually popped up then as well, and it popped up in the same location. So just an interesting little fact for you. So overall, judging by the cards that are here, I can definitely tell that as a collective, we've been going through some deep emotional purging. There's been a lot of heavy energy. For some of us, it might have been only a couple of days. For some, a couple of weeks. It just depends on who you are, essentially. But this heavy energy also brought some challenges and some distractions, some things that have been breaking down in our relationship, in our work, in our friendships. Maybe anything really that has to do even in your personal life. Something has been breaking down. However, through those challenges, I think that all of us deep down know that we know exactly where we're going. If you feel like that might not be you and you're not resonating, this message might not be for you. But I really feel like in our hearts, we know what is going to happen, what path we need to take. It's just a matter of looking within, having that inner compass guide us. And there is no wrong or right path to take. But I think that even the distraction that has been happening, I really feel like it either took us by surprise or deep down, we already knew this was going to happen. And I'm specifically talking to a group of people that have been, have had their soul broken down by someone else. It's almost like with the person who's involved in this, you intuitively knew or had a feeling that this was going to happen, but you either wanted to ignore it, wanted to shove it aside, you didn't want to believe it, or you were kind of playing on the sidelines of being like, well, let's see how it turns out. But I feel like whatever has happened, there's a big chance that in our gut, we had a feeling that this was going to happen. We had that compass. It's just a matter of listening into our higher self and into just tuning in and listening to the silent messages that are within our hearts. With the Hanging Man, I view it more of that the challenges have passed, and now we're at a place of, okay, let me take a breath and let's restart. This is also reminding us that no matter how much our world might be turned upside down, we still have that inner compass. There is no, it's never too late for you to look within for any answers, for any guidance that you might need. And again, with the Tower, as I have mentioned, this is more of the challenges that are breaking us down to core, letting us also, letting us begin new, begin fresh. Start building our future from the ground up, not having anything from our past dragging us behind. So I actually see this in a very positive way, um, of what's happening. The the Ten of Wands, there is a lot that has to do here, but one of the main themes around with these cards that I drew is that these 10 wands, which you can tell like that he's carrying on his back, are weighing heavily on him. And this is telling me that whatever it is that is weighing you down, that wears so heavily on your back, on your heart, on your soul, this is coming to a completion. Again, those challenges, they are either completed or they're near completion. This is about to end. We're about to enter a new shift with a new energy. This is all about cycles and remembering that there's good times, there's bad times. We're never still. We're never going to be happy, every hour of every single day. We have our ups and downs. We're human. But this reminds us that even in these challenged times, we have to remind ourselves that this too shall pass. Like, this is one big thing that's literally, it's like I can hear someone whispering it to my ear, like, this too shall pass. Especially in regards to this energy right now. Reminding yourself that you are not staying still, that whatever is happening, enjoy it for what it is. If you can't enjoy it, which, for example, personally, sometimes I just can't. Sometimes there are situations that I'm like, there's nothing to enjoy about this. Then acknowledge it. Acknowledge it and know that this too will end. This will come to a pass. A new chapter will start. A new path will start. So this week really will become our realization week of letting our intuition guide us, trusting our intuition, and in a way surrendering the challenge or the challenges that you've been dealing with, knowing that this cycle of negative energy, of things breaking down, of you feeling like your world was turned upside down, this is about to end. And you need to acknowledge that this ending is coming or has already come. And this is giving you an opportunity to think about, okay, where do I go from here? And if you don't know where you want to go from here, that's okay. But think about the feelings or the things that you do want to put into your life, because this is the perfect opportunity for you to start rebuilding your life. Rebuilding the life that you want in a way that you want right now. So whether that is trying to make a list, whether that is meditating on it, whatever it is, just remind yourself that nothing is constant. This is going to pass, and you have the rest of your life to live. And ask yourself, how do I want to live after this has passed? You don't want to hold on to this for such a long time that this becomes your reality. It might have been, it might be at the moment, but that doesn't mean that it's here meant to stay. And the decision for it, whether or not it is meant to stay or not meant to stay, better way of saying is whether or not this will stay or not, is you. You are the decision maker. You are the person that at the end of the day will be the one to turn this around, to bring beautiful new experiences to you, to bring peaceful souls to you, great friendships, amazing relationships, job offers out of nowhere. You are the one who is the creator here. And this is giving you a big sign and a big reminder to look within and to think about, like, okay, what is it that you want? Because we need to shift this. This is coming to completion, or already has. So we need to start and start new and start fresh. So this is just, I think that it's a great awakening spread that we have received. That's just, again, guiding us. Let's see. I want to see what was on the bottom of our deck. Beautiful. King of Swords. King of Swords is beautiful. There is a lot of confidence. There is a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of intelligence and power. And so this is telling us that the overall theme for this week is to take back your power, take back your confidence, and take back just whatever it is that's at your core, the love, the compassion, the intelligence, the success, the positive aspects that are inside of you but have happened to be not forgotten, but maybe simmered down just a little bit due to the circumstances that have been going on. Okay, I want to draw one last card. These are so hard to shuffle, by the way. I love this deck. It's the Angel Tarot. But don't laugh at me and my shuffling. My shuffling skills, because this one literally, I do it for a while because this is just truly like it's just the cards are beautiful and they're very large, but they're not as convenient for shuffling as the rest of my decks. Okay. Let's see. Beautiful. King of Fire. This is most definitely aligning with the overall theme for this week. So the card itself, I'm just going to read this to you in case you can't see it, but it says, the King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. What did we just talk about? And the message on it is saying, focus, 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 communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So again, it's all of this goes together hand in hand. The challenges, the distractions, that's ending. You having to look at new ways to rebuild yourself, rebuild the life that you want, going back to the person you were prior to this happening, finding your own ambition and being motivated to look within and to claim back that power, that confidence, communicating your vision. That can be verbal communication, like you saying it to your friend, but that might be you whispering it to yourself. That might be you writing it down. That might be you meditating for 10 minutes on it and having those messages stored inside of your head. But this is beautifully, beautifully connected. As far as for the advice from someone creative, this week, someone might surprise you with some kind of a message. They might not necessarily like sit with you and be like, hey, so here is my advice. They might just tell you something about themselves or about a situation, not necessarily have to do with them. But I feel like someone will tell you something this week that you're really going to take to heart, that will inspire you, that'll bring you hope. And it doesn't have to be in a super direct way. This might be just taken, whatever you take from it. I actually felt like this happened to me today, and it was through reading an article. It wasn't even anyone I knew. Nobody has said it to me. It was just me reading it and me really connecting to it. So I definitely feel like this is happening. So it's going to be a great week. It's going to be a very transformative week. And I think that there's going to be a lot of progress made here this week for sure. And just letting this dark energy, let it die out. We have a full moon coming up, not this week, but I believe in 2 weeks, or less than 2 weeks, like a week and a half, because it's in the middle of the week. But let that inspire you to tie loose ends, to let go what needs to be let go of, and to prepare yourself to claim that power back. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. I will be posting many, many more videos on Instagram as well as on here, so that you guys can stay tuned in and checked in. Have a blessed week.